Hello and welcome. Christel Arcucci here. Today we are talking about how to create your signature offer for your coaching business. So this also applies to you if you are a holistic practitioner as well. So let's jump right in. I want to tell you quickly who I am. I'm the founder of the Soul Purpose Network. I started my business back in 1991. It's been through a lot of evolutions, first as a healer, jewelry designer. I have a list of modalities and certifications. Then I went into being a business coach for holistic practitioners, and now I integrate my work in the Soul Purpose Network of supporting women to embody and monetize her soul purpose. So that's a quick bit about who I am. I don't want to take a lot of time for that. If you want to know more about me, feel free to check out my website. But let's jump right into the training, because this creating your signature offer is a game changer. It's also something that new coaches and holistic practitioners often resist, is choosing a specialty. Most people often talk about finding your niche. I'm more a fan of talking about your specialty. For me, it feels a lot better. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So first, we're going to start with your passion. So I want you to take out a piece of paper and write my passions across the top, and fill in everything you're passionate about, personally, professionally, every single thing you can think of, as well as the passions from your childhood that you may no longer be engaging with. So write that down as your number one thing to focus on. What are your passions, personally, professionally, especially your childhood passions? The next part is looking into your hero's journey, or heroine's journey if you prefer. So this is looking at the life-changing events in your life. So that will not only include challenges, it will also include incredible moments, life-changing moments of giving birth to a child, getting married, going on an around the world trip. So it's not just the challenges, but those are important. And I encourage you to just write them down in bullet points. Like at this point, don't go into the details of the story. Like for me, my parents getting divorced, when my older sister passed away, when my father died, when I became estranged from my mother. Like those are the bullet points, just to name a few. And then so you just list them out in the bullet points, and then you pick the amazing ones. Like for me, the moment my younger sister, after she was born, they brought her home from the hospital and I got to hold her. Like for me, that was an amazing moment of love. When my niece and nephew were first born and I got to hold them skin to skin. I was actually wearing this dress. How funny. So listing in your heroine's journey, the triumphs and the challenges. So that's number 2. Number 3 is make a list of all of your training and experience. And I encourage you to write down everything, even if it seems unrelated to what you are currently doing or want to be doing. Like for me, I worked in restaurants a lot as a teenager and in my early 20s. I also worked as a kids camp counselor and wanted to be an elementary school teacher. So those are things that seem completely unrelated to what I'm doing now, yet we want to take all of the pieces of the puzzle and put them together so that you can see all kinds of possibilities, because creating a signature offer is like there isn't just one that you can move forward with. There are many, and we want to find the one that's most aligned for you now. All right, so that is number 3, right? Make a list, piece of paper, all your training and experience. And I encourage you to write down experience that's not necessarily work related, like caring for an aging parent or being a homeschooling parent, or things that you have done that aren't necessarily paid position, but are experience that teach you how to care for others, or that teach you how to care for others, or whatever it is. You might have had a newspaper route when you were a kid, or for me, I was a kidpreneur, with lemonade stands and babysitting jobs and selling greeting cards and all different things. So that's part of my experience. Although at that point, I don't know how profitable those businesses were, but it's part of my experience. All right. Number 4, and I'm blasting through this partly because you're going to need to take time after this video to work on this, yet I want to give you the points that you need to make this work. All right, so the last part, number 4, well, that's not actually true, but the last list you're going to make is grounded need in the marketplace. So what do I mean by grounded? So often healers, holistic practitioners, new coaches, they're like, I can help you speak your truth, or clear your past, or these things that are really vague and esoteric, and what I would call in the upper chakras, like they're not grounded. I will help you connect to your divine nature. Awesome things. I'm a spiritual woo-woo moonbeam, so I'm into those things. Yet you have to connect to the pain, which I know is hard. You want to just focus on the healing and the good stuff. Yet, in order to build a profitable business, it's like you have to find a need in the marketplace that people are willing to pay for. So for me, early in my career as a healer, my focus was back pain. And so how that lays out is I am super passionate about being physical and active and being in my body. Since I was a kid, I was an athlete growing up, and still to this day, love playing and engaging in my body. So that's part of my passion. I was injured as a teenager, springboard diving. And when I was 17, and the doctor was like, forget it, it's over, you're done competing, you're going to be on pain medication forever. And I said, no, thank you, I don't want that. So that was my challenge. Then I went on to get professional training. I was 17. So then at 18, I went to become an energy healer. And then at 22, I became a massage therapist. At 25, a yoga teacher, blah, 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 blah. I have a list of certifications. But so at first I was doing that to heal myself because I was 17 and wanted to be active. So then back pain, as you know, there's a huge need in the marketplace for people with back pain. So that is a grounded need. The thing about it is the spiritual part of me comes through in my marketing, because people that resonate with that kind of practice are going to be drawn to me. So the upper chakra stuff needs to be part of your marketing and the part of the way you talk about it. Yet you've got to pick the things that are grounded. Like, I'm trying to get pregnant. I want to meet my soulmate. I want to start a business. I have back pain. I have trouble managing my money. All of these things are grounded. And as holistic practitioners and beginning coaches, often it's really hard to focus on those. You just want to focus on the feel-good stuff. And the thing is you've got to speak to them where they are, and then you talk to them about how you can help them get what they want. So that's what happens in marketing, is you talk to people that are looking for something. And in general, the need to find my truth isn't that high on the list compared to somebody who has debilitating back pain. So you want to connect that to the upper chakra, the esoteric, the moonbeam woo-woo stuff that you do as well, yet in keeping it grounded in a real need that they are struggling with is going to support you. So then make a list of all the ideas you come up with. So from these 4 pages, your passions, your hero's journey, the triumphs and challenges, your training and experiences, grounded need in the marketplace. And these things are connected. You have training, like the back pain thing for me, that was part of my personal experience. So then people felt they could relate to me. And then I also had professional training and experience to help them. So they knew that I had that experience. I know what it's like. So that is most often where people start when they're beginning their holistic business or coaching business, is with something that you struggled with, that you have achieved a certain level of success. You don't have to figure it all out. The truth is, I still have to take good care of my back, and I have injured it since then. But the good news is I'm still super active. So I don't have it all figured out yet. At the same time, I'm doing really good. I'm really stoked with what I still do in my body. All right. So write down all of the ideas. Then the last piece is talk to everyone you know and people you don't know about it. Is talk to them. Hey, I'm really working on this signature offer for my business, or the thing that I specialize in. If somebody isn't in the business world, they may not know what signature offer means. But my specialty, I'm focused on creating a program to help women embody and monetize their soul purpose. So that would be a current thing. So would you be willing to give me some feedback on it and tell me what you're struggling with? So that becomes then market research. So you start talking to everybody about it. And in the process of doing market research, then people will begin to understand what you do. So after you've written down all the ideas you've come up with, you start talking to people about like the top one that you feel most excited about, and you get what people's response. So for example, for me, when I first started working with people on their signature system, which is signature offering is one offering in your big signature system. So I was in a high-end coaching program, and I kept looking at the other women in the program. I was a participant, and I kept looking around and going, wow, a lot of these women are still really stuck, and they were paying between $8,000 and $15,000 for this program. And I was looking at what's missing, what do they not have, what would be the game changer? Like if I could give them all one thing, this again, I was a participant, I was not leading this program. If I could give them one thing, what do I feel like would be a game changer? And I was like, well, when people know what their signature system is, when they are clear on their signature offering and they can talk about it, they can fill their coaching practice or holistic business quickly. So then I started doing market research, and I talked to another woman that was in that program at the time with me. And the first person I was doing market research, I was asking her, hey, would you be willing to let me bounce this idea off you? And she became my first client for that program. So even in the market research process, she was like, I want that, and then hired me. So that is awesome. And then of course it's validated, right? When somebody's like, I need and want that. So in that situation, then it was like, okay, I went then and clarified what she would receive and had to get clear on what's in the signature offer. So this video is focused on helping you get clear on what the signature offer is. Okay. So to recap, one page, your passions, personal, professional, especially write down childhood ones that you may not focus on right now, your hero's journey or heroine's journey, the triumphs and challenges, your training and experience, personal and professional. So that's page 3. Number 4 is grounded need that you see in the marketplace based on these pieces. Like for me, I have a lot of training in nutrition and Ayurveda and help people do cleanses. So a lot of my clients do experience weight loss, yet I never focused on that as my signature offer because I haven't struggled with it. I have a really healthy body weight. I feel good about my body. Although I've had body image issues, I've never struggled with endless dieting like a lot of people have. And so that's why I never focused on it. Doesn't mean I couldn't, but for me, focusing on back pain was like real and tangible for me. And I had a lot of personal experience knowing what that's like. And that adds fuel to the power of your signature offer. So I recommend something that you have struggled with, that you have personal training with, and that you have achieved a certain level of success. You've overcome to a certain extent. Write down all the ideas, then start talking to people about it. All right, so that is the teaching for today. I'm Christel Arcucci of the Soul Purpose Network. For more free training, go to soulpurposetribe.com and you can enter your name and email and you'll be updated with new videos, trainings, and offerings that I have to support you to step into your power, your specialty, and make money doing what you love. See you soon.